Hello everyone and welcome! Since I uploaded my last video about the digital hit me target scoring system, there are lots of people with a few questions about it, and in this video I just wanna show you how it works and hopefully answer all your questions. So let's begin! First of all, thank you very much for your positive feedback, and I'm happy to say yes, I will offer the system as a DIY project, and I'm preparing now all the materials, creating the BOM list, creating the schematics, creating a very detailed instructional video how to build the whole thing together. I also show you how I wrote the code, where you can make some fine adjustments so that no matter what scale you are drifting, you will have each time a perfect measurement, and I hope a lot of fun. The whole system is based on a Arduino. For the measurement I choose an ultrasonic sensor. For the lights it's just a single LED stripe. For the display it's a 8x8 LED matrix. The points are calculated based on the distance. So when you're far away, then you have a red light and less points, and when you lay down a perfect drift, then it should be green and 100 points, what it's the maximum here. As you already saw in the last section, there was a long way to make the final design of the whole system, but here we are. It's the version 8.4, and basically you have 2 or maybe 3 main parts for one system. So you have the case, you have the case cover, and you have a pin. The pin is independent which version you choose. You have always to print the pin. The pin goes in this part here, and that is for the very stable mount for the Arduino. So when you put the cable in, then there's no wobble, no movement at all. Then for the cases itself, you have four versions, from very simple without any band mount or power bank mount to the fully loaded here. And on top of that, for the case cover, you can choose the version without the display or with the display. You can choose it without the display, for example, when you build 20 of these systems and you want to reduce some costs, or maybe you don't need each time a display, maybe just some few reference points with the only light feedback. Then you choose, of course, this one. And it's also easier to build and cheaper to print, and yeah. At the end we have here also a standalone for the display, so it works independent wherever you are stay on the track. You can for example measure on this side, but you can stay on this side, and you can then just turn around the display in each direction and be able to see each time how many points you have. Okay, now I show you how responsive the system can be, what is practical, and what different scenarios you can build up with this system. And first of all, what actually happens after you turn the system on? Basically it's simple. It's just doing an automatic measurement for the first 2 seconds of the distance. So I show you. I just put here my hand, for example, turn the system on, and boom, you see it's 32 centimeters from here to there. all the points are calculated based on this 32 centimeters. And when I change the distance, then the points are, I would say, shorter, but all the time it's from 0 to 100. In the first case, I hope I can answer your question if the system is fast enough for your drifting. I set it to be as quick as possible, and when you drive through, then look, I mean, it is very fast. It's even that fast that if you do your drift, and an example, you do like this, then you see it was green at 100%, but it then goes down because it still measures the front point as the last contact, you see? From my experience, the system is even too fast. It's too sensitive, so we need to slow it really down. And in my instructional video, I show you how to do this. It is not difficult to do. I show you step by step, so don't worry. Now I show you a more common scenario. So I turn the system on. Maybe this time I will measure only to here. Turn it on, and I see it's 20 centimeters. And now when I go through, you see it measures and calculate the points based on this 20 centimeters. And at this case it's 78 points, and it will always stay on. It doesn't go off. So each time I drive through, it will recalculate and stay there. And then we go to the last scenario. So I turn the system on, maybe like this, 23 centimeters. And this time when I drive through, it measures it, and after 3 seconds it goes off. So it is a different approach to the second scenario. So each time it is like it would be a new experience, I would say, for each next driver who drives behind you. But keep in mind, when you have this 3-second delay, then the system is frozen for this amount of time. So when I drive, zack, and then the other car comes, then it cannot be measured because it's just frozen, the system, for this amount of time. But also this, and also this case, I explain everything in the instructional video to the code, how you can change it, and I'm sure that in one of these 3 cases you can find your best settings. Of course, the code that I will give you have already the tested version, our perspective, the best parameters and sensitivity. It triggers, I would say, 99.9% the right way, but I don't drift in 1 to 10 scale, for example, and it can be then in 1 to 10 scale you need to do it more sensitive, like we have it in the first case. Okay, and that's it. I hope I could answer some of your questions, and if you have any more, then you know where to find me. Thank you for watching, and see you on the track. Ciao!